Next thing we're going to do is you can start with your gun open or closed. It doesn't matter, but we're going to start with our guns open. I want you to get used to picking up the magazine with your fingertip toward the bullet tip. So the flat part sits on the table, fingertip to bullet tip. Go ahead and pick up your firearm with the muzzle downrange. And I want you to hold the gun in your strong hand. If you're right-handed, that's your right hand. Yep. Fingers are off the triggers. Now, fingertip to bullet tip, I need to put it into the grip, the handle, or the magazine's going into the bottom of the gun, and it's a solid push. What you want to avoid, and watch your muzzle, don't point it at me. Oh. What you want to avoid is getting it halfway in and then going to spank it, because that's what will happen with your ammo. It's going to end up on the ground. So fingertip to bullet tip, solid push. There you go. Yep. Fingers are off the trigger. Don't point that muzzle at yourself. Fingertip to bullet tip. Yeah. And then it's a solid push in the bottom. Okay? Got it? Mm-hmm. So now we have the magazine in the gun, but we need to get the bullet into the chamber, okay? The support hand is going to come over the top, but behind the ejection port. You don't want to get your hand up there because it'll bite you. So I'm going to come behind the ejection port. Gun starts close to my body, okay? I'm going to hold it with my left as I push forward a little bit with my right. It won't go far, but then I let the slide close. Pull back a little bit and it'll go forward. Yep, and it's tricky. A little bit more, pull hard. There you go, there you go. And when you pull it back, you want to let the slide go. Otherwise you'll get a malfunction on it. This is does it have a decocker? Okay, that's your safety. So that means when you see red on your safety, that means the gun is hot, ready to fire. So cover up the red, it's no longer hot. Okay. Okay. Kathy, you want to show Ann how to decock that gun? She's got a decocker on it.
Okay, all right. Do I do this? Let's see. Let me get on this side of you so I can see it. Okay, so yeah, so this is the decocker right here, I believe. No, I'm not sure. Let's see. It's this one. He had a backwards grip. Okay. Yeah, I had a wrong grip on it. Watch. There we go. Okay, I didn't pull it down all the way.
Okay, that's how you do it?
Yes, just pull this all the way down. That safely decocks the gun without it going off.
Yeah. So Ann, you would never carry that gun with the hammer back or the hammer down without decocking it. So it's going to be a very hard first pull on the trigger, and you'll feel that when we go to live fire.
I have a holster. That's why you too.
Yeah.
To keep, so I won't accidentally do something.
Yeah, but it still has to be decocked before you put it in that holster. Absolutely. Same with this gun. If that hammer's back.
Fire it without. I can do a hard pull and it'll fire.
Correct. On your first pull. Your second pull will be very light. So that's a double action, single action gun. Yep. Okay, so now what we're going to work on doing is I want to practice racking the slide. So we're going to rack the slide so hard that those empties do that. If they don't fly out like that, you need to rack it harder. Yep, and it's keep going, keep going. And the trick is start with the gun close to your body. Yep. See how hard it is?
Do you press that?
Yeah. You can do it sideways, just that's a safety button. Okay. Yeah, that's a backstrap safety.
So should my hand not be
all the way up there? Yep.
It should be
yep.
on there?
Yep.
Okay, and like pushing it in?
Yep, finger off the trigger. Ooh. Harder. Got to pull back harder. Almost. Let me see something. Now try it. And that is a heavy, heavy spring, so you're going to have to. The reason I start close to my body is because I want to use my shoulders and my chest muscles, not my fingers. Harder, harder. There you go. There you go. You'll notice when your gun is empty, it will lock open. That's normal. That's what it'll do, okay? Now with your strong thumb, except for that gun, which is set up for a left-hander, so I might change guns for you on that particular gun. Strong thumb, if you push in this button, the magazine will fall out. If it hits the ground, don't reach down and pick it up. There you go. And then just right down there.
Oh,
there
that
you
button.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And then when your magazine comes out, go ahead and put the gun on the table. Nice job. Nice job. Yeah. All right, guns are back on the table. Okay, let's pick those up. Let's do it again. So the range is cold. Do not touch a gun. We're going to be down here picking up these empties. So picking up these.
Okay, so we can walk in front.
Yeah, you know, I typically lose a half of them by the time the class is over. All right, range is hot. Let's load our magazines.
So I have a lot more than I started out with.
Are you stealing our?
Look at all the
You're
bullets
still.
in mine.
You're stealing our rounds, man.
That's what I'm offering, but
I'll take some. Oops,
there's one more out there, but
that's
we'll get
okay.
it later. Oh, I see it. Do you want me to get it? So we're loading.
No, yeah, go ahead and let's do that again. Load your magazines, load your gun, rack the slides until they're empty. And the real trick is when you're trying to maneuver the slide, I want you to get the gun close to your body. If you're out here trying to do it, it won't work. Did you get it? There you go. And it'll help if you'll put it on the table. It gives you a little leverage in the
Rack. There you go. And are we going to just rack?
Yep, gonna do it again. So go
Okay, so
ahead,
go ahead and
with
rack
your
out all
muzzle
those
facing
dummy
downrange.
and with your finger off the trigger.
Fingertip to bullet tip. Magazine goes in the bottom as a solid push. Support hand over the slide. Gun close to your body. Pull it back a little bit as I push forward and let it go. Yep, finger off the trigger. There you go. That's all right. That's all right. So see how that gun's cocked now? So if you're ever going to carry this gun on you with the hammer back, you always have to put the safety down, which decock the hammer. So this one's going to, again, double action, single action gun. First time you pull the trigger, it's going to do two things. It's going to cock the hammer and release it. But the second time you shoot, the hammer will be back and it'll shoot pretty soft. So it's something to get used to, and it'll make sense when we get to live fire. All right, rack. Let's get those dummy rounds flying out. It'll work better for you, Rita, if you come over the top. Yeah, because I want to use, I'm kind of hanging on like this. Yep, harder. And it's push-pull. Yeah. And that's one of the things with gun fitting. Can I rack the damn slide? Start with it close to your body, push with your right, pull with your left. Harder. A little bit harder. It looks like this, watch me. Like that. Little bit, it has to go about that much further
No,
back.
I wouldn't do that.
Try turning your body, there you go.
No, because
And
see how it's not
yeah,
even
that's
all the
fine,
way?
it does that. So that's nothing.
Okay, so let me just see if I
Yeah,
can
if you ever
get it.
need
There you
to.
go, yeah.
You can turn your
Yes,
body
I see now.
sideways, and it might give you more leverage versus trying to do it this way. Yeah, yeah. So push that button, your magazine will come out. Go ahead and take your magazines out. Don't reach down yet and pick anything up. That's okay. There you go. Nice job. And then guns go down.
What kind of gun is that?
That's a Sig Sauer Legion. It's a 9mm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
Is that your
fun to shoot.
favorite
Yeah,
one?
yeah, it's really fun to shoot. All right, is everybody locked open, magazines back out?
My husband oiled everything.
All right, it is safe to pick up what we threw on the ground. We won't need those again except for the 22. So So don't touch a gun, range is cold.